guys, welcome to another episode of Lola's Voice. My name is Lola and I'm your host on this channel. I hope you guys are still staying safe, taking precautions and doing all the necessary things. Coronavirus is real, it's very real. If you're watching me for the very first time, you're welcome, and if you're coming back to watch me, I do really appreciate you guys. So today I'll be discussing the controversial Infectious Bill that is sponsored by the Present Honorable Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila. If this bill is passed, the bill is going to replace the Quarantine Act of 2004. That bill is over 16 years old. So I feel like there's definitely a need to replace that bill. So before I proceed, I'm going to quickly explain the difference between a bill and an act. A bill is a proposal that any lawmaker can bring into the National Assembly. The bill will pass through the first and the second reading, and practically the first and the second reading is just a floor where the lawmakers discuss where discussion takes place about the bill. And a act is basically when a bill has been passed through when a bill has passed through various legislation process. It becomes a law, then it becomes an act, then it becomes a law. So this particular bill I'll be talking about today has passed the first and the second reading. However, this bill is is stood down. That means the bill is paused now due to the overwhelming and the controversial discussion of this bill. As we all know, when it comes to bill or when it comes to legislation, there will always be people who are in support of the motion, and there are also people who will be in the opposing side of the motion. So today I'm going to be weighing both sides of this bill. So what I'm going to be doing basically is I'm going to be summarizing this bill, because the bill is about 55 pages and it has over close to 82 chapters. I don't know if I said that right, but it's 55 pages that I'm very sure of. So in summary, 82 sections. So in summary, what this bills aim to do is to empower the NCDC with more power. The bill will give a mass power to arrest anyone who is opposing to taking the vaccines. They will give certification to certify a person okay to use like the social services. So what that means basically is that the NCDC will be the one to certify you okay, to say, oh, okay, you're okay, you don't have the coronavirus, you can take the plane, you can go to the bank, you can go to the church, you can attend social gatherings. They can arrest you if you're not taking the vaccine. The bill will also empower the Federal Ministry of Health and it gives the Federal Ministry of Health to turn any building of their choice to an isolation center. Yes, those are the issues. This particular bill would also give power to NCDC to close down any location if they feel like this location is not deemed fit or is overcrowded, and those authorized can detain people without warrant. There would also be no liability against the DG of the NCDC, the Federal Ministry of Health, or any personnel authorized person who is acting in good faith. So, like I said, the bill has sprung up with a lot of controversy. There are those that are in support of the bill, and there are those that are opposing the bill. Those in support of the bill, are of the opinion that the Speaker, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, is well educated and is a well experienced lawyer, and his decision can be trusted. And they are also of the opinion that the bill is timely due to the coronavirus outbreak. Like right now we're going through a pandemic, so they feel like this is the appropriate time to talk about this bill, because the existing bill we have has been in existence since 2004. So apparently most of the things in the bill is outdated. So this is the right time to support a bill like this. So they are saying they trust the judgment of the speaker and they feel it's going to hurt in the interest of the citizen. However, those who are opposing the bill are asking questions like, why the rush? Why are we rushing? This is a 55-page document. We still need time to digest this bill. We need time to read through it. They are also saying there's a need for public hearing. Since this is a public health issue, this is a pandemic issue. This is an issue that involves everyone. Everyone is involved in this issue, and they are also of the opinion that the tone of this bill sounds too militarized than a more democratic tone. And there's a lot of power in this bill that could be used for political purposes. Like, imagine you can, as a minister or the DG, you can just say, oh, this building should be converted into an isolation center without nothing. Or you can arrest somebody. You can arrest somebody if they don't want to take the vaccines. You can shut them down. You can shut a building down. Those are the power they're talking about. So, and it can also make the DG or the police arrest you based on suspicion. However, we are all aware of the overzealousness of the Nigerian police. So now they want to give them a mandate to arrest based on suspicion. So those are what the opposing view people are saying. It also removed the constitutional guaranteed right of citizens. Imagine you just taking my building. Imagine you just arresting me because I don't want a vaccine and stuff like that. So the opposing view are also saying this bill is a rip-off from Singapore Infectious Disease Bill, the Disease Act of 1977. So the bill was worded almost like 98% of the bill was worded in the same way the Singapore bill was worded. And as at the time that the bill was proposed in Singapore and became a law, Singapore was practicing like an authoritarian single-party dictatorship. So I think that kind of explained why the militarized tone of the bill comes from. So the speaker, in his defense, because the speaker also spoke, in his defense, he defended himself by stating the weakness in the present system. Kind of true. For me personally, I think yes, there's a need to have a new bill or a new law. However, it has to be done the proper way. He mentioned people breaking out of isolation center, even though they are aware that they are carrier of this disease, but they are still breaking out of the isolation center. And he also verbalized the House will never contemplate anything that jeopardize the well-being of the citizen. What that means is that it's not going to act in any way to hurt the Nigerian citizen. It's going to act basically in a way to help the Nigerian citizen. He reported that the current law is obsolete and doesn't allow the NCDC to be proactive enough. So it will surprise you to know that despite how empowering this bill is for the NCDC, the present DG of the NCDC is not in support of this bill. He's saying it is not in favor of drafting a bill in the means of crisis, or he also said it wasn't carried along when this bill was being drafted. So he's not in support of this bill, and he is also concerned about the power that the bill is going to give the NCDC DG and the Federal Ministry of Health. So what do I think? Obviously, for me, I feel like there's a need for a new law in regards to public health issue. The previous law has existed for over 16 years, so definitely it's outdated and things have changed. However, if we are a democratic nation, then there's a need to do things the appropriate way and the proper way. This is not a renovation of the National Assembly that the lawmaker can make decisions on their own. So there's a need for public hearing The public hearing is essential because there's a need for all stakeholders to be on board. There's a need for all stakeholders to be on board. And who are the stakeholders? The stakeholder is the DG of the NCDC himself, the Federal Ministry of Health representative, the community leaders, the youth leaders, the religious leaders. There's a need to engage public and carry them along. Lawyers need to look into this law. Lawyers need to be on the table as well, because there's a need to look into this bill if it doesn't infringe on the human right. A bill that has given so much power to NCDC, however, does not in any way cater for the citizens. When we're talking about, oh, take this, lock them up, arrest them, convert their house into isolation center, oh yeah, the people have to stay indoor and all of that. So what are you going to do for the people? In the sense that we've seen how other countries have handled these pandemic issues by the government making sure the people are still indoor, but they receive like palliative, they receive welfare packages. For example, Canada is paying its citizens $2,000 monthly for staying at home. The UK is still paying about 85% of their income in the household. So something like that. So when you're saying you want people to cooperate with you, you need to give them an incentive as well. It's not like we can afford this thing. If we are willing to, it will be done. So as a lawmaker, you're there to represent the people, and the bill can't work without the people. We also saw what happened during the lockdown. Even when the federal government announced the lockdown, the people still floated the order. So that's why I said the bill can't work without the people. So the NCDC can also be empowered, but however, it should be in a way that it doesn't infringe on any human right and is in line with the Nigerian constitution, because this is a democratic nation and not a militarized nation or so. So you can't have a legislation for hungry and hungry people. Let all stakeholders come on board. Let us adjust it to fit our own reality and do what is right. So let me know if this is your first time you're hearing about the bill. Let me know what you think about the bill. You can read more. Let me know what you think about those that are opposed and those that are in support. Let me just know what you think. Drop your comment. I would so much love to read from you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my video. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching.